yeah, you have to rely on yourself and your friends in your team to kind of yeah, make it. And I think that's a really humbling experience. Hi, I'm Thea, and I'm here at the Kendall Mountain Festival.
And I'm Krister Kopala. I'm also here at Kendall Mountain Festival. We both have films here this season. It's really cool and we're really psyched, and it's kind of different films. Like yours is more of a adventure film, I guess.
Yeah, we wanted to kind of show people that there are still adventures out there. You just kind of need to find them yourself. So we ventured like far, far up north above the Arctic Circle, and we crossed this peninsula in Finnmark in Norway. Like it was a 4-day trip, and it was all self-sufficient. So yeah, me and a friend Lisen had this great adventure, and it turned into a film. So really excited to show it
How many
tonight.
vertical meters and kilometers did you
I
guys
think
do?
like we ended up in around 60 kilometers, and I don't know, 6,000 vertical meters or something. I'm not quite sure, but it was longer than we expected.
Did you meet many people?
No, and that's one thing that is so cool is that it's such a remote area, and it's like yeah, not that many people that goes there because it's it's like a peninsula, an island without any roads connected. So you need to have a private boat, or you need to like take a ferry and do a lot of stuff to get there. So not many people do that.
What was the best and worst thing about the trip?
I guess the best part was that we got a lot of good skiing. It was such a cool area, and yeah, really good skiing mountains and nice couloirs. So one moment that I remember really good is that we were at the top of this super nice couloir in the middle of the night, and we skied it in sunrise. Um, but the most challenging part was perhaps that it was really cold. So, and since we were carrying all our gear, we had to strip it down to the minimum. So, yeah, we were cold most of the time.
I mean, you're out in the wild, and I've seen the film. It's pretty cool with all of the mountains and everything, but like, are you doing all of the snow assessment yourself? Or
Yeah, like it was kind of challenging terrain. It was a lot of steep couloirs and faces. So we were lucky that the snowpack was stable enough for us to go, because we didn't actually have a backup plan, or like if we couldn't like cross one of the ridges or like get past one of the passes, we would have to get picked up by a boat or just like go all the way back, which would have been really, really, yeah, not that great.
I guess that's one thing that makes it a bit exotic
Yeah,
up
for
there. It's
sure.
really unexplored,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're by yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, super cool. But what about your film? Your film is quite different to mine.
It is quite different. Mine is really personal. Of course, you're my wife. You know my
I know.
life. But I felt like I wanted to tell my story, and I wanted to put it out there, kind of.
Why did you feel like you wanted to do that?
I've been producing a lot of, or been a part of a lot of free ride films where you only show success, kind of. Like only the free ride stuff, good snow, sunshine. But I wanted to make a more of a human film that people could connect to.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell a story about the trauma I experienced as a child and how it has affected me as a human being, and also how snowboarding has become my red thread and therapist in life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if people come to see the film and they expect hardcore free riding because they know who I am,
Mm.
we get a really nice surprise. But it's been cool. Like the video is really well received,
Mm.
and after every screening here at Kendall, people have come up with tears in their eyes, being like, "I can really see myself in your story, and it's really human, and like this is what we need." as human beings and community in the sport. So yeah, it's really cool showing the film here. 100%.
Yeah. I guess it's not your everyday snowboard film.
It's not your everyday snowboard film.
Where did you where is the story where does the story take place?
The story takes place not long or not far from your film, up in Kvænangen, Nord-Troms in Finnmark.
It's also above the Arctic Circle, I
Yes,
guess.
it's like 69 or 70 degrees north. It's really far north. And it's no roads. You have to take a boat there, or you need to have a snowmobile to move around on the island. And so we stayed there for almost 10 days in a hut waiting for the conditions. And it allowed us to become really close with each other because we're making such a powerful and personal film. So we had hours and hours of interviews out during the day, riding some good snow, and then coming back, making dinner, drinking coffee. So it kind of ended up just being pretty, I'm gonna say like normal, doing the interviews for the film. It's more like a conversation between me and Hugh Francis, that is the director of the film, instead of like a scripted film. So it's really pure, I'd say. Yeah, it's really an explored area, and but it's coming more and more tourists for sure. It's a good place to go.
That's cool.
How would you say the outdoors have shaped you as a human being, like growing up where you have grown up?
Yeah, I think like both growing up, but also like thinking about our latest our film and our project up in Finnmark. I think it shapes you in the way that you need to be really humble and kind of present and it's up to you kind of you have to make the calls yourself. You have to do the assessments. You can't like rely on other people to do all that work for you. You need to carry that backpack, even if it's 30 kilos and you're walking up a steep couloir. It's something that you have to rely on yourself and your friends in your team to kind of make it. And I think that's a really humbling experience, and it also connects you to the other, like to my friend Lisen and the producer Anders, which was there. It connects you in a different way because you can't really hide your emotions. You have to be quite like open about what your feelings are and how tired you are and what you're thinking. And I think it's hard to put on a mask. Like you maybe put on a mask like in other situations during your everyday life and yeah, but it's hard to do that when you're out in those situations.
And also the experiences you
Yeah, yeah.
experience together,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
out there with the sunsets, with the sun coming up in the evenings, and
Yeah,
sharing those things, I think, build you as a human
for
being.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I like for us, for example, when we're out together, how the outdoors and the mountains like brings us closer because we experience things together, extreme things, ice climbing, skiing, training, like the whole thing.
Yeah,
It just gives a lot, I think, like as a human being.
for sure. No, I would like to just like connect with the community here, and there's so many competent people gathered at this place. It's yeah, I'm looking forward to just have a chat and hang around them and kind of like yeah, maybe watch a film or two.
I think it's really nice here at Kendall because you get to connect with people and you can have a look at the program to see what films you would like to go, and suddenly the film producer or director or athlete will be there to talk about their film. And so it's a great arena to like of course show your film but also connect with other people, and suddenly your next project is around the corner, you know. Like we woke up today and went to breakfast, and suddenly you have the world's best steep skier there, and you can sit down and you have breakfast with him or her for 3 hours talking about life and getting to know each other. So it's really nice to, I think, to connect and meet people, and just all the films here are
Such a good program.
yeah,